The greatest problem we face as a nation is the dramatic economic shift of our grandparents' generation to our children's generation. It is a loss of the ability to live on one income, own a home, and raise a family without debt. This is the destruction of the American dream, featuring a newspaper clipping from the classified ad with homes for sale circa 1955. You'll never be able to guess who said this, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but this tweet was brought to you by Comrade MTG? Marjorie Taylor Greene is right. I agree with her. And sure, it would be easy to catalog all of the policies she rejected and won't vote for or support, which could help decrease Americans' debt or increase their wages, making it easier to buy a home. But I want to name and label the quote, dramatic economic shift that she's referring to. So let's examine this. Because as she notes, something led to the destruction of the American dream between my grandparents' generation and my children's generation, right? So, my grandfather is from the silent generation. My mother is a boomer. Okay. Generation X is next, and I don't want to see or talk to them. I'm a millennial, elder to y'all. Then there's Gen Z, and my kids are Gen Alpha. Yes, the newest generation has a name. Now, as you can see, millennials got the middle finger. My generation is currently struggling with purchasing homes despite us being the most educated in the history of this country. Doesn't seem to translate to wages. We're in a nation of renters. So, with me being born in the early 80s.
From 1940 to 1970, wealth inequality fell across most of the industrialized world. You may have noticed, even in this very video, most of our examples of the income really hitting the inequality fan only date back to the early 1980s. And that's weird, huh? It's a weird, totally coincidental thing. After all, what could have possibly happened in the early 1980s?
Our bill calls for a 5% reduction in the income tax rates by October 1st. A 10% reduction beginning July 1st, 1982, and another 10% cut a year later. A 25% total reduction over 3 years.
Ronald Reagan. There was a TikTok trending not too long ago that was like, which person, past or present, would you want to fight and why? And for me, it was him. Don't worry, the Big Gipper version of Ronald Reagan can get that work. Why? Well, to start, the war on drugs and the neglect of the AIDS epidemic was it before I would tag team my little sister to take care of Nancy and her just say no self. Dare messed my generation up. And that's before we get to Reaganomics and the trickle-down effect.
We have a lot of data to look at here, the conclusion being that cutting tax rates for the rich only increases income inequality and not much else. It's, a bad and wrong idea, and coincidentally, a giant part of the GOP's entire belief structure. I wonder if they think about that.
I wish MTG would have taken this tweet a step further and say what led to the greatest problem we have in America, but you know, there's two tweets, broken clocks, and what have you. The loss of the ability to live on one income, own a home, and raise a family without debt is something I wouldn't wish for my worst enemy, which just so happens to be Ronald Reagan. For Rebel HQ, I'm Jeff Wiggins. My architect knows Japanese.
Reagan is the harbinger of doom. Whether it's mass incarceration rates, wealth inequality, wage stagnation, more wage stagnation, more inequality, more wealth inequality, and of course healthcare spending and life expectancy. I vote we start a new game, 7 Degrees of Ronald Reagan. We find a major problem in a country or for the entire world, whatever, and I bet you we can tie it back to Reagan in some way. He was involved!